Alright, hello again everyone. Welcome back. This is Patrick. Yeah, sorry that I haven't posted for quite some time. If you've seen my previous like 1 or 2 video, I've been busy with packing my stuff because I'm moving house very soon, and I'm moving in about 4 to 5 days. So yeah, my house is all a mess. I'm losing my furniture one by one because I'm selling it. So yeah, it's quite a lot of stuff going on at the moment, so it's really hard to actually make a video for me. Finally, tonight it's already 1 a.m. at the moment, but yeah, this is one of the only time I have free time to actually make a video. And today I'm going to continue to the second episode of Let's Learn Japanese with Pokemon. And today we are going to use Oddish from 151 set that I pulled a few weeks back. So yep, I'm going to before I'm going to try and read each part and then try to explain as best as I could. I'm still not too sure about all of these kanji because I just learned Japanese few months ago, and I'm still not that good in kanji, only a few kanji that I can read and understand. So I will skip all this kanji part, all of them will be skipped, but I'll try to cover as many as I can. Okay, so this is Oddish from 151 set, and this at the top left that usually say basic, if you remember from my last video with Electabuzz. So it's actually Tane. And it's basically seed. So in Japanese, Tane means seed. So basically, this is the seed that will grow, which actually makes sense because as Pokemon evolve, it will grow bigger and bigger grow into something different, to the stage 1, stage 2, and so on and so forth. And then next we got Oddish name, Nazo no Kusa. Nazo no Kusa. This is all in katakana. Sorry, it's supposed to be ku and sa. Nazo no Kusa. It means Oddish. I've done a bit of research for this card. Some people speculate that the Nazo part means mysterious, and then the Kusa means plant or grass. So direct translation of Oddish name will be Nazo no Kusa. It means mysterious grass. No in this case is possession particle. So this is hard to explain with no, because sometimes I know it's possession, but Nazo is adjective and Kusa is actually the noun. But actually, in this case, this adjective owns the noun in a way. But anyway, Nazo no Kusa, Oddish. Nazo, some people think that it means mysterious. It actually means mysterious, but yeah, the root of the name, that's what people think. Kusa comes from grass or plant. And then next we got the only attack on this card, So we got hapa. This is actually a small tzu. So ha, pa. And then if you remember from my last video, a small tzu means that we extend the consonant of the next letter. So hapa. It doesn't read hatsupa. This is wrong. It's read hapa when the tsu is smaller than the other hiragana. And then the next one, same like this. It's ka. This is actually katakana. Kata. This is another small tsu. So it's supposed to be ka, tsu, ta, and then the straight line means we are supposed to lengthen the vowels of the last letter before the straight line. So if we read letter by letter, it's katsta, but because the tsu is smaller than the other letter, we are supposed to extend the consonant of the next letter. So it's actually kata. So to read the attack is hapa kata, not hatsuka, hatsupa katsuta. No, that's wrong. It's supposed to be hapa kata. Remember, it's ta, not kata. Kata. Because in Japanese, I forgot what they call it, but it's like the syllables is like kappa, happa, kata. So every single letter have their own clap. That's what they teach. And then for lengthen pronunciation, they use two claps for that. So ta with the lengthened vowels will be ta and ta. That's pretty much how they differentiate. It's kind of hard. I'm still struggling with this, but yeah, that's basically how it goes in Japanese. And then happa, I'm going to write it again. Happa is actually leaf. So happa, it means leaf, and kata, it's from English word. No, I write it wrong. Supposed to be this way. Sorry if there's any Japanese people or people that understand Japanese. Sorry, I wrote it the wrong way. So kata, cutter. So basically this attack means leaf cutter, just straight like that. And then next, like last time, we have this small hiragana right here. In English we use retreat, but it actually sorry, it's already so late, so my brain's not working quite properly, but this is actually ni ge ru, not wrong, ni ge ru, right? I need to zoom in a little bit because ru and ro is really similar, but I think that's ru. So ni ge ru means to run away. Nigeru. This is the dictionary form of nigeru. We get nigero, nigete, and so on and so forth. There's so many other form of this verb, but the dictionary form of this is nigeru, and it means to run away, which in English we translate it into retreat. All right, now the last part is always the longest one, so bear with me. I'm going to write it down and then I'm going to explain what it is. So I will need to zoom in on this, sorry. This is so hard to see, sorry. Mistaken is something like this. I always hate doing this part, but I gotta do this to actually learn Japanese as well, so. And also, I've actually learned Chinese when I was younger. That's why maybe I'm not sure if the way I write kanji is right. Some of it I follow the Chinese way of writing it, and sometimes even my head still translate the kanji into Chinese, and some of the kanji I never even write it in Chinese, so I just guess pretty much how they write it. So if any of you see that I write it wrong, or if I write it in the wrong order, sorry about that, because yeah, that's pretty much based on my experience in learning Chinese and trying to translate what I know into Japanese, so might not be quite the actual way to write it.
Okay, that's the last part.
Okay, I might be wrong on this, but I see it's something like this. Alright, that might be it. I'm going to explain one by one. Oh, by the way, I need to write the furigana as well. So, hiruma, hiruma, taiyo, kikeru. And then this is tsumetai. Tsumetai. Jimen. Jimen. Tsuki. Tsuki no hikari. Hikari. Abite. So that's it. All right. Sorry about that. Now, I'm going to start with the first sentence from here all the way to here. So, hiruma wa taiyo wo kikeru tame tsumetai jimen ni moguteiru. One more time. Hiruma wa taiyo wo kikeru tame tsumetai jimen ni moguteiru. Alright, one by one. Start with hiruma wa. Hiruma wa no, just one line here. So hiruma wa, this is hiruma wa, hiruma wa. During the day, 太陽を聞けるため、太陽 is sunlight. Sunlight or sun? Can't remember. I think it's sun. If I'm not mistaken, 太陽 means sun. 太陽. So 太陽. When O and U is together, usually it's a lengthened O. So 太陽. 太陽 means sun. So 広間は太陽を O is particle that explains activity. So the next part will be the activity, and the word before that is usually the object that the activity is being done to. So in this case, 聞けるため、聞ける、聞けるため。ため means in order to. This is ため. It directly translates to in order to. 聞ける. So this is 聞ける. 聞ける. This is to avoid. So this first part all the way to here, 昼間は太陽を聞けるため. So in order to avoid sun, in order to avoid the sun during the day, or another way to say this, during the day, in order to avoid the sun. That's what the first part is. Okay, now the next part, I'm going to move to the next page to make it easier. So we got 冷たい地面に潜っている. So this is 冷たい. This is 地面に潜っている. So 冷たいis cold. Cold as in temperature. So there's two different ways to say cold is 冷たい and 寒い. 寒い is usually when the air temperature is cold, it's 寒い. So in the winter, if you feel cold, it's 寒い. But if you eat something that's solid, something that you can actually touch, when it's cold, the Japanese word is 冷たい. So if you eat an ice cream, it is tsumetai, not samui, because samui is the feeling of cold when you're in the winter. So tsumetai, tsume, it is not tsu, it is tsu. So tsu, tsu, me, ta, i. So tsu, me, tai. This means cold. And then jimen. Jimen is ground. So ji, me, ji, me, ground. So tsumetai jimen ni. Ni is location particle, so this action is done at the location before the ni particle. So ni particle, this is the action where it is happening, here. So moguteiru. Remember, it's a small tsu, so we have to actually lengthen the consonant of this verb. So moguteiru. Moguteiru is to bury oneself. So to bury oneself. I've explained this in my previous video, but if you haven't seen it or you forgot about it, basically in Japanese conversation or sentence, we don't usually revert to the subject more than once, or sometimes not even at all, because usually Japanese people will just assume the one, pretty much just assume who is the sentence talking about. For example, if you come to someone and then say, namae wa Patoriku desu. For example, that's my name, Patrick. So namae wa Patoriku desu. Sometimes I don't need to say watashi wa no namae wa. Watashi wa is me. Watashi wa no namae wa, my name is. But sometimes when you meet someone, you just say namae wa Patoriku desu, or even Patoriku desu. You skip the whole my name is. You just say Patoriku desu. And if you say something, for example, in this part, we are talking about this specific Pokemon, which is Oddish. We don't actually have to say kono Pokemon wa, or this Pokemon is, or whatever it is. We don't need to say that, because it is basically assume that every single sentence in this part is explaining this specific Pokemon. So as you can see in this sentence, there's not a single subject referring to this Pokemon, but we know that this sentence is actually talking about Oddish, right? So tsumetai jimen ni moguteiru, to bury oneself under the cold ground. So the whole sentence will translate to, during the day, in order to avoid the sun, this Pokemon will bury itself under the cold ground. That's actually the meaning of the first sentence all the way to here. So from there all the way to here, that's the translation. During the day, in order to avoid the sun, this Pokemon will bury itself under the cold ground. 冷たい地面に潜っている。Alright, the second sentence is a bit shorter, it's a bit simpler. So, 月の光を浴びて so that's again I might write this kanji wrong because it's so small and I haven't learned this kanji before. I just saw it in this card and then I tried to look up my dictionary. I tried to use dictionary more than Google Translate because usually it's more accurate, even though it's too rigid, but still that's my main source of learning. All right, so I'm going to read it one more time. 月の光を浴びて育つ。So, 月。月。Sorry, I should write it down here. 月. This is moon. And then hikari. Hikari is light. So, 月の光, the light of the moon, which basically means moonlight. 月の光を. Again, or the next part will be the activity, and this is the object that the activity is being done towards. Okay, so 月の光を. And then the next part is be there. So that's be there. This is so the direct translation of all of this is to grow. Abite, so that's to grow by using the moonlight. That's the direct translation. So to grow. Abite by itself, if I'm not mistaken, is to use or to habite. If I'm not mistaken, habite by itself in the dictionary, it means to utilize or to use something. And then sodatsu is the grow part. So sodatsu is to grow. So this sentence by itself, 月の光を浴びて育つ. Using the light of the moon to grow. So the whole sentence, the whole explanation of this Pokemon is 昼間は太陽を聞けるため冷たい地面に潜っている. Tsuki no hikari o abite sodatsu. The meaning, during the day, in order to avoid the sun, this Pokemon will bury itself under the cold ground. Full stop. The next sentence, it grows by utilizing or by using the light of the moon, or basically the moonlight. That's the whole meaning of this part. Now to recap, tane, back to the first page. Tane, it means seed, or in English card we know it as basic. Nazo no kusa. Nazo by itself means mysterious. Kusa means plant or grass. So basically all this is just mysterious plant or mysterious grass. The attack, it means hapakata. Hapakata. So hapa, it means leaf. Kata is cutter. And then this part where we say it's retreat is actually nigeru. Nigeru, it means to run away. Right? Next, the last part, this bottom part. Hiruma wa taiyo wo kikeru tame, tsumetai jimen ni moguteru. Tsuki no hikari o abite sodatsu. Right? The meanings. Hiruma wa, during the day, in order to avoid the sun, this Pokemon will bury itself under the cold ground. Full stop. And then the next sentence, it grows by utilizing the moonlight, by using the moonlight. So that's pretty much the whole explanation of this card that we use today, which is Oddish. Now, hopefully you enjoyed the video. I know most of my explanation might not be perfect. I might be mistranslating some part, especially the long part over here, because I'm still learning. I just learned Japanese few months ago. I'm still learning most of the basic, but I'm using all this Japanese card because that's how I started learning English in the first place when I was young. I learned English from playing all these Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh cards when I was young, and then I played games to actually understand all the English words that I never heard before. So I was thinking, why don't I apply this same principle that I used to learn English to learn Japanese, because at the same time I'm actually still in the process of learning Japanese as well. So yep, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully this is useful, and see you in the next video. Cheers. Alright, hello again everyone. Sorry, I know I just say that this video has ended, but turns out after I finished making the video, I checked my dictionary again. I turned out I make a mistranslation on one part of the text, which is the abite. So abite, or in Japanese we write it this way, in hiragana I mean. So bite, it means to actually to bath. To bath. That's actually the meaning of abite. So the actual translation will be Hiruma wa taiyo wo kikeru tame tsumetai jimen ni moguteiru. During the day, in order to avoid the sun, this Pokemon will bury itself under the cold ground. Full stop. Second part, tsuki no hikari o abite So that's it. The sodatsu part is to grow. Sodatsu is to grow. Tsuki no hikari is moonlight. Abite is to bathe. So basically, it grows by bathing under the moonlight. So basically, it absorbs moonlight to grow. That's the direct translation from Japanese to English. So this Pokemon absorb moonlight to grow, or this Pokemon grow by absorbing moonlight. That's the translation of this sentence, not utilize. I'm wrong on this part. It's supposed to be to bathe under the moonlight, growing and by bathing under the moonlight. That's basically the translation of this whole sentence. Hopefully this can help. Thanks very much for watching, and see you in the next video. Cheers.